As humans, we all need a little help from time to time, especially during this outbreak. But when you're having millions of dollars in your bank account, you're probably not too worried. So it was kind of confusing when millionaires in the music industry, the most famous and legendary DJs, all of a sudden just started to ask for donations and financial support from their fans. Hey everyone, it's Teri here and welcome back to my channel. Here in this channel, I talk about dance music, basically just everything about festivals, DJs, and EDM. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video. During this pandemic of COVID-19, people are bored and poor. Many lose their jobs and are struggling with their lives. In the US, the unemployment rate has surged to a crazy level of 14.7%. Which is close to the rate during the Great Depression, and this number is expected to be even higher in the next few months. This is the time when people are more aware of the importance of saving money. In Asia, we have been educated with the idea of having your own deposit and savings to buy our own house, our own car, or just in case things happen. In the Western world, however, not everyone is educated that way, and it's really just a cultural difference, it's not a comparison. So it's pretty understandable that during the pandemic, a lot of people, especially in the Western world, are facing some really big challenges. However, recently in the music industry, some people with supposedly the most savings, maybe millions of savings, are asking their fans who might be struggling with their lives to donate their team. If you think this sounds really wrong at some point, you're not alone. So today let's talk about the whole incident and try to figure out where the problem is. So it all started with this project called TNT, standing for Tour Managers Not Touring. This is an online project where these out-of-work tour managers put out DJ mixes on Bandcamp to raise money. In this campaign, these tour managers of course got the big artists they work for involved with, for example, some exclusive mixes, which would probably be more appealing to the general public because these artists are just so famous. The artists who have taken part in the campaign include techno figurehead Carl Cox, Seth Troxler, Ellen Fitzpatrick, Dubfire, Nico Mudaber, Joseph Capriati, Hito, Paco Asuna, the Martinez Brothers, and Carnage. In an Instagram promotion video, which is since deleted everywhere, the artists called out to the public and asked them to donate and help the tour managers amid the outbreak. However, when you think of the fact that these DJs are making millions per show, it's really not very convincing for most people, I believe, that we should donate the tour managers while the DJs are just doing nothing. The incident exploded on the internet since the trance/techno DJ John Askew posted a video that strongly criticized the TNT campaign. John Askew has always been keeping a pretty stainless reputation with his music career, and he was not offering any positive feedback on this.
Hi everyone, it's me, Carl Cox.
Hi guys, I'm Hito.
I'm Fitzpatrick. We're Carnage here.
What's going on, people? Once again, you guys here.
Joseph Capriati.
Dubfire. I'm Paco Asuna. I'm Nico Mudaber.
Hey everybody, as we're all trying to stay alive and stay sane here, there's one thing that really drove a lot of the background of what you guys love and did so much raving and supported us so deeply in keeping us alive and keeping us sane and keeping us on the road, the tour managers.
And right now, our tour managers need your love and support.
Swipe up down to Bandcamp where you can donate and download 10 exclusive podcast mixes. By the tour managers. Help them, support them.
Please donate and we all love you.
Show some support. Stay safe out there.
Let me get this straight. The richest DJs on the planet are asking the general public, who are all skint at the moment. A lot of them are out of work. A lot of them have lost their jobs. A lot of them are on reduced rates of income. The richest DJs in the world are asking the general public to buy music to support their tour managers. Why? Why aren't they covering their tour managers' costs and giving away these mixes for free? Or charging money and giving that money to the medical services, the NHS and every other country's equivalent? These are guys with multiple millions of pounds, euros, dollars in the bank, and they're asking the general public to keep their tour managers afloat? Why don't you fucking pay for them? Why have the public got to pay for them? You've got millions. You fucking pay for them. We're begging you, support our tour managers. Support the guys that fly all the way around the world 50 times a month in economy class while I'm sipping champagne up the front, not giving a fuck and posting some utter horseshit about the struggle of humanity. Please give these guys some of your money that you don't have. If you don't, we're going to have to use our own money. Please don't make me pay them myself. I just really don't want to.
In this Instagram video post, John Askew expressed how he was disappointed by all these DJ millionaires who had participated in the campaign and said that some of these DJs were heroes to me, but now any or all respect I had has been lost. This post got circulated online and people were very, very angry, and some DJs participating in the campaign replied to the post, such as Carnage and the Martinez brothers. Carnage replied, "I pay for my tour manager Brad's premium subscription," tagging the manager, "Let him know." While Askew fought back with full power, saying, "Well, that's a start I guess, but can't you also pay him the full salary too, regardless of what the terms are in his employment contract? Just break the protocol and give the dude whatever he needs to stay afloat. Masturbating with all bills paid and a fridge full of food, I'm guessing that would make the end game a far more pleasurable experience, no?" The Martinez brothers also commented saying that they have personally paid our tour manager his full salary even though we have toured zero for 4 months, and said that Askew has made something that was for good intention into something negative and that it's disgusting. But the public seemed to be more on Askew's side, and many commented that they have lost respect for the Martinez brothers. Another big name in the music scene, Maceo Plex, who knows Carl Cox in person and has played back-to-back with him, also voiced on Twitter saying that, "For fuck's sake, please give your money to real charities and not to the rich DJs and their staff." With all this rage and attack on the internet, Carl Cox finally responded on the 5th of May. He started his long statement on Facebook by saying, "It looks like the social media crazy train has gone into overdrive once again. I have never seen anything blown so far out of proportion without context." He further said that the TNT campaign was just a group of the hardest working tour managers out there wanted to get creative and have some fun by getting together and seeing who could actually DJ, and that there was no suggestion ever made that this was to cover wages. This is simply ridiculous, and I feel saddened that this has even been suggested. And he also agreed that in hindsight, the video they put out could have been presented and worded in a better way, but things happen and people make mistakes. To rip it apart in the way it has been done so by so many online is just not cool. But this statement was still not accepted by a lot of fans. One fan stated, "If it's not to pay their wages, then what is it for? Why would the public give them money if you're supposedly paying them already, so they're not struggling, are they? Surely if you want to charge for these mixes, you should be encouraging people to donate to the health services or people more in need of it, not to line the pockets of people who clearly don't need it." While another saying, "Think about your fans, maybe young guys without work, they're struggling, and you, as always big DJ do, thinking only at your garden. Hope this pandemic will bring you back down to the real world." On the other hand, another artist involved, Joseph Capriati, seemed to be doing a better job explaining. He stated that, "I'm well aware that there are people who don't have the opportunity to eat, and we are definitely more than lucky. For this reason, I include this message to the original and full video recorded for this initiative, as in the one that the organization posted has only 2 seconds of it. As you'll hear, there is no request for money or help. I've been working with my tour managers for almost 10 years, and what unites us is great respect and trust. I have never ever thought or hoped that this initiative was misinterpreted. This is the reality of facts. I wouldn't ever do anything so wrong as many of you can imagine." So now you know what happened, and let's narrow down the whole topic into 2 perspectives. The first one is based on the fact that all the fundraising is based on a person's free will, so people can choose not to donate if they don't want to, and these tour managers were just having fun and trying something new, and the artists, who are just like family to these tour managers, would definitely support the campaign. So this whole incident is basically a misunderstanding. On the other hand, many think that the famous DJs and their managers, who are the more powerful and wealthy in the society, should not be asking for money when they clearly don't need it as much as many out there who might be struggling with their lives. Even though they were just having fun, it's still not a good idea to divide the rescue power and resources. I think this is an interesting topic and I'd really love to know your thoughts. So as usual, I'll start by sharing mine. So when the DJ said that it totally meant well and had no disrespect, I absolutely believed in them. Same thing with them saying that they were just having fun with the campaign, 100% trusting what they said. But let me change the perspective by this quote from the award-winning movie pVSAiC. If I had all this money, I'd be nice too. It's never the niceness that these people are lacking, it's the insight and compassion. It's really not about having a good will or a bad will, but more about the ability to see the needs, like the real needs, not the I cannot buy a new iPhone need, but the I need to feed my family kind of need, which many of their fans might be facing right now. So I'll say it was the ignorance that made people angry. You know, the problems that come from the idea of, oh, I didn't know, or oh, I didn't think that much. DJs and celebrities are powerful people with a huge influence. So for example, if my favorite artist, like Porter Robinson, asked me to donate money, I'll probably do it, maybe without second thought. So maybe these powerful people should be more cautious about what they're preaching and why they are asking for donations, and if the people who really need it get the help. They should be constantly asking themselves questions like this. I've always believed in a quote from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And in order to fulfill the responsibility, you need to be able to look at things with a little bit more insight than normal people. But of course, these powerful people are really under no obligation to take the responsibility. As we know, there are some artists, maybe the hip-hop artists, who really don't give a single fuck about social responsibility. You earn the money and fame, so if you don't want the responsibility, there's really nothing we can say about it. It's just my opinion that people have the ability to make changes to the world, and that's why I think people like Carl Cox could have done a better job. And I'm not really liking his attitude when he said the social media crazy train has gone into overdrive once again. It was like suggesting people were just being crazy and stupid again. But what was really happening was that they actually pointed out something Carl Cox didn't see. And this is my personal opinion. How do you think about this? Leave a comment down below to share with everyone. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. You can also go ahead and follow me on my socials so you don't miss anything from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. You can also go... I fucked at this part. What?